and here we are again with another trade recap. So we're back again using the same strategy that we always use on this channel. You can go back and look at the past 3 to 5 trade recaps. I know I have a loss sprinkled in there somewhere, but let's get into today's video. So first off, want to find some liquidity to the downside here. Mark out a 4-hour low here. That was the previous low, and we're in an uptrend here. So then we're gonna mark out London session and London session high, and then I got my time frames down in there: 2 a.m., 5 a.m., and 8:30. So those are the sessions that I like to base off my liquidity for. So I mark out London session low here and London session high here between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m., just like I said. And then I like to find the previous high. See, the wicks don't really matter because highs are made when full candle closures are made here, and I feel like a lot of people mess that up. So we got another 4-hour high here. I think this is Asia's session high. No, this is Friday's high at like 10 a.m. here. So we got that high marked out, and then I think I also got another high at like 12. So that'll be going in like Tokyo sesh there. Yeah, as you can see, that drawn liquidity did get hit there. So I mean, we could have targeted that. But I was scalping actually on 1 minute, but I wanted to start off on 5 minute here just so I can show you like the bigger picture and my draws and liquidity that were marked out. And these are 4 hours. I mean, pretty much all of these are all 4 hours because that's what I like to base my liquidity off of. And I think people mark out a lot of lower time frame liquidity than just basing it off of higher time frame. So and then I was actually scalping on 1 minute. Get off of there. All right, now let's go to where I was actually not scalping, but it's where I like to watch my trades. 1 minute, 5 minute, and then we got the higher time frames via 15 minutes, sometimes 30. You can sprinkle that in, but obviously you want to base your liquidity off of 1 hour and 4 hour because that's most reliable, of course, because higher time frames hold higher power. All right, so basically, I mean, I was swapping between these, and I seen that ES actually take the lead to the downside because I really thought this was gonna be, taking out some lower time frame liquidity. I thought we were actually gonna sell off here, but as you can see, I still was managing to hit my take profit there. So basically, it just opened up. I wait for London session to get hit there. That's the first part. You wait till market opens, and then you're gonna see London session high get hit there. Okay, as soon as I knew as London session high was gonna hit here, I know today was gonna be a sell position. So and then we continued into bearish order flow, and I just pretty much targeted where London high got hit there. Actually, it actually hit my 4 hour, but I mean, we already broke London session high via pre-market. So I was like, okay, if these two get hit, then it's really going to be a sell position there. That just furthered my confidence into the sell position, really. And then as soon as the candle closed, I just waited for was it a 5 minute candle? Hold on, let me just kind of scale out there just so I can make sure, just because I don't want to put any. I think I waited for, I waited for that 5 minute candle, and as soon as this one opened, I placed, and as you can tell, we hit take profit, and then there should be like a picture placed right there. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for that right there. And then I also want to talk about something else because I'm gonna scale down actually to a 1 minute. So because I think this looks really clean on 1 minute. Because I mean this would have been an instant. So there's really two trades that you could have took today, in my opinion here, via mine, the first one, because that's based off of my strategy here. And then obviously you can tell where the next one off of. I feel like most people might have took longs and actually waited a little bit. I feel like I was a little impatient there. But I feel like most people would have probably took something like this. Because, I mean, this 4 hour up here, I mean, you still could have targeted, but, I mean, it's not going to hit until, like, way later in the day. It's, like, 2. So, there's some other liquidity that you could have really took out right there. It'd probably take me a while to scroll over there, but there's really two trades that you could honestly took today. So, yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of the trading that I had for today, marked up and everything. My strategy is still proven and it works. So, but I don't really like to, speak on strategy because I feel like there's other pillars that you could focus on that could actually further and benefit your trading there. So, what I mean by the second portion of this video, I'm talking about how is success achieved, and I feel like a lot of people it's just, you find a business model or a skill, but I mean the success that you're going to achieve takes pain, suffering, trauma, and late nights. And it's not just going to come quickly. I mean, you can get these things, but I feel like people are just going to chase validation. Like they're just going to they're going to try to seek validation in achieving like a get rich quick scheme. No, this thing's going to take, like I said, pain, trauma, late nights staying up, and it's going to take some dedication. You got to pick up the skill and be able to master it. You got to go through them late nights and that trauma and that pain and that suffering, and parents just telling you that it's not going to work out because, we're not, us here on the right side of YouTube are not um, going to be average, because average is like, I feel like in the next 5 to 10 years, just AI is just going to take over. And I think I went over this in another trade recap in the motivation segment on my YouTube video there, but it really is going to take time, people yelling at you, people making fun of you, and posting your videos in group chats and stuff. It's really going to take that time. You have to really sit down and be able. That's why I think for some people, getting rich is not the right outcome, because I don't think they can handle the amount of stress. The amount of more stress that you can handle is probably the richer you'll be, because a lot of people say more money, more problems, and that is very true, because you're going to have to be able to scale out your business, and you're going to have investors leave, but that's like 5-10 years down the road depending on what business model you're in. But I'm talking about like right now, right in the beginning, because that's honestly the hardest part of getting started. Because I mean, like I stated in the first portion of the video, it's going to be that pain, the trauma, the late nights, people yelling at you, telling you that it's not going to work out. But if you can sit through that, I promise you that you can probably go pretty far in life and whatever business model you choose, because I'm pretty sure with all business models there's going to be the listed out things: pain, suffering, trauma, late nights, etc. So if you can go through that, I feel like you can actually achieve it. And it's going to be hard. I mean, I went through it. I have my eras. I'm going to eventually post a video about where I started and everything, but I can promise you this: when that video does come out, it's going to be incredible, and y'all are going to see where I started from. I like to call it my blue truck era, because I was driving a blue truck, and people like made fun of me because people had better vehicles at the time, and I didn't have such a good vehicle at the time, and a lot of the people that I used to hang out with had like really great vehicles and stuff. But, I was able to sit through that era, and here we are now, sitting here on YouTube making these videos, teaching y'all how to become profitable with a proven strategy, and just teaching y'all that. So I think that's going to be it for today's video. Today's a very quick one here. I know I haven't posted in 5 days, but I post when I trade, and I don't take any other trades than when I do post here. Yeah, I might hold a position here or there, but for the most part, I just sit here and I just post my trades here, so y'all can not necessarily copy, but learn from them. Learn how I was able to hit this trade, and I think I explained it pretty thoroughly. But if y'all want to recap, y'all probably get another trade recap in tomorrow, because this week has a lot of good news and to be able to be trade off of, and there's a lot of new liquidity coming into the market. So I think it'll be a pretty great trading week and a pretty standard trading week for what I post on week-to-week basis. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's YouTube video, and I hope that's a wrap, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next trade recap for tomorrow. Take care.